safari starts in this park within the Nairobi city boundary. It will be different to the usual Kenyan safari, and without leaving Nairobi, I go to find out more from the government.
For many years there's been a lot of challenges, especially in the areas of land and housing.
I soon learn what this means for people without secure housing.
Majority of the people who live in informal settlements do not have title deeds, which means they have no rights for land, they have no rights for housing.
This is a long-standing legacy.
The old constitution did not give rights to the people who live in informal settlements.
As my safari takes me around Kenya, I find evidence of recent housing problems. These IDPs, or internally displaced people, were forced to leave their homes during the conflict after a disputed election. They're still living there 3 years later. My Kenyan safari doesn't just look at problems. I want to find out what's being done.
We have the National Land Policy, which was approved in December 2009 by the government of Kenya.
But now, housing is a right, which means a citizen can go to court and accuse the government of not providing house.
As well as national parks, my tour includes Huruma, an example of a community that's already made improvements in the most difficult of circumstances. And then I travel just a few miles to visit the agency that's worked with the Kenyan government.
GLTN has been involved through UN Habitat's support to the Development Partners Group on Land, and UN Habitat has been chairing the Development Partners Group on Land for the last 8 years in supporting the land reforms in Kenya.
GLTN, or the Global Land Tool Network, which is facilitated by UN Habitat, helped to bring together a range of partners.
GLTN then is able to work with the development partners and also work closely with the non-state actors, which comprises both of the civil society and then our private sector. And then they are able now to inform the work in preparing for implementation of land reforms.
And I also learned that there's other international support.
The government approached the World Bank and told the bank, look, we have a challenge in our hands. The urbanization process is amazing. Right now at the moment, almost 60 to 65% of the Kenyan population live in urban areas. So the World Bank said, okay, fine, we will support you. One of the programs addresses slums.
The most satisfying thing is that to see that, for example, the National Land Policy process, which we have been involved in, has proposed redressing some of these issues. For example, including gender issues into the process, reviewing the legal framework to ensure that we are able to deliver land reforms and secure rights.
The best way to address it will be through bringing in the various communities, and then we talk to them so that we can have a partnership.
My safari has taken me to much more than the wildlife parks that most visitors to Kenya see. Not just to see some of the worst slums in Africa, but also to learn about new ways of tackling them.